This is your one and only 𝐹irespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die. So when we last left off, we were base hunting and I found a new base. So if we look here on the map, it is, I marked it all the way. It's way far away, all the way up here. So this little home symbol here is going to be our new home. It's an underground bunker. It's one of those POIs where it's like the little house and you go out back and in the backyard, there's like a AC in the ground and you break the AC and it leads down to an underground bunker. We're going to set up shop there, and that is also going to be our horde base. I have an idea that should protect the base below as long as we don't do anything dumb like go down below during horde night. We should be perfectly fine. But in order to do that and build all that, we need to come back here and move all of our resources, and we got to gather up all this stuff from this chest. We got to empty the furnace. There's still a ton of stuff in there that we got to move, and we just got to collect everything, pick up all of our crafting stations, and it's going to take a few trips. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get everything gathered up and I'm going to get it all transported over there. I'm also going to cut down all those trees that you see over there and over there, so we have plenty of wood and plenty of stuff to work with. Get it all over there, and then we will begin building the new structure. So after an insane amount of trips, I finally got almost everything over here. There are still a few things that I left back at the old base that I'm not too worried about for now. If we need them, we can go back to get them. The forge is still pulling some resources out of it. I will probably go back and get that, but it's going to be a while before all the resources get out of it. But we have the majority of the stuff over here. This is the spot. As you can see, I already started to build on it a little bit before I started to record this episode. Then I realized after running out of resources that it would just be easier to go bring everything over here. So the base kind of runs underneath all of this. This over here is actually another exit. You'll see when we go down in there, there's stairs to get up out of there. So let's go down and take a look at it. There's a gun safe and some other stuff that I have not opened yet that I was saving for on camera. So you go down the stairs like this, and this is it, the little bunker. There's a little area over here. I looted all this stuff because it's just your usual trash. Looted all this too. And then we come over here. We have a bathroom area. We come over here. This is the stairs up. So this is right underneath the floor of the house here. I think I'm going to fill all of this in. I think I'm just gonna fill it all in. And then we come over here, and this is the storage area. I think what I'm going to do is tear out the beds and make this the crafting storage area. I wanted to wait to remodel it all on camera. So we have the wood chest here. I looted that, but we still have the gun safe here. And let's swap our ammo to the breaching ammo, and let's knock a hole in this gun safe. All right, that should have given it a little bit of a run for its money there. Yeah, it only takes about 2,000 off. So we're gonna crank through this back. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't even done that. I have a bunch of lockpicks. Let's just use, I have 48 lockpicks. Let's just use I'm so used to just tearing through the gun safes and all the safes. Let's give the lockpicks a shot. Are we really gonna get it on the first lockpick? Oh, I was gonna say, there's no way we're gonna get it on the first lockpick. We gotta break at least 2 or 3. Okay, we're gonna break 1. Let's see what we got in here. Okay, so we got some steel sledge parts and a bunch of stuff to scrap and sell. Okay, so I have some slight organization going on here. We'll put that in there, and this can go here. I don't even want the gun. I want the ammo. The rest of this stuff we can sell it or scrap it. That's what this chest is all about. And we will put the lockpicks back. Okay, so we need to get to building. So what we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to tear out all of the fence because I don't want the fence. It's just in the way. I think I'm even going to demo the house as well. And I have actually I was going to say I have a stick of dynamite, but I don't want to throw that in there because I don't want to damage the blocks below it. So I think I'll just tear through the underneath there like I'm going to do for this. So let's get to demoing all this this stuff. Okay, now that we got all of that taken care of, we have to go through here and clean up all this trash because I need a nice flat... Oh, wait, we didn't search that. Let's search it first. Okay, now there's nothing in it. And I know some of this stuff will respawn, but I don't think it will once we put down our claim block. So I'm just going to kind of go through and collect all of it now and just get all of it out of the way because we need a nice large flat area. Okay, got all that taken care of. Now it's time to demo this little house because I think what I'm going to do is just build completely over top of it. Let's get rid of this box and we want to get rid of the toilets. And I think our best plan of action is I want to cover this whole area and upgrade it. Well, eventually the reinforced concrete or steel concrete, whatever it is, the highest tier, you can cover it in just to give us some extra protection because the dirt isn't really good protection. If I'm down there just doing whatever throughout the day and a zombie comes along, I don't want them to be able to like quickly dig down. I want something there that I can easily repair. They can take a bit of a beating. On Horde Night, it'll be a different situation. We'll be protected. We'll be up top. But this is just protection for, you know, the day-to-day things when a zombie could just come wandering along because we are in the middle of a little town here. And there comes down the whole house. Oh, wow, look at all that. That's a lot of random rubble. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's fine. A little rubble never hurt anybody. Why is... You know, I was trying to hit this doorway. Okay, there we go. Now I was actually able to hit the doorway. Now, do I bust all this with this? Yeah, here we go. Okay, now that we got all that taken care of, we are on our way to flattening all this out. Now, I got to go through and make a ton of frame blocks. And what we're going to do is we're going to lay them all the way out and around, all the way down here, and then bring them across the front. Okay, so it looks like we had to tear this up. These are plates. I was thinking these were full blocks, but apparently they are not. So I had to tear all of those up, and we're going to replace those with full blocks. We're going to have to tear these stairs up as well. Oh, man. 2,500 HP. Well, I've already started tearing into them. Luckily, I do a buttload of block damage, so I guess we're going to tear through these. Probably, well, no, I want them double layered and, I just don't like it. I want a full block there. So we're going to tear those up and I know what you're thinking. You're like, Firespark, what are you doing? That is a crazy amount of blocks. I know it's a crazy amount of blocks, but it's not that big of a deal once we have the maxed out Miner 69er and the maxed out Mother Load. And then if I find an auger, oh, it's a plane. I was like, what's that noise? Then if I find an auger, it's even faster. Is that going to be close by? Where did you drop that? How close is that? Not close enough. Anyway, if I find an auger, it's even faster to mine up the resources that we need, so I'm really not too worried about it. Okay, this took some absolute serious mental fortitude for me to figure out. I don't know why I was struggling so much. I struggle to build in this game like crazy, especially pyramid shapes like this, but I think I have it figured out. So it should end up looking something like this. Ignore all of this over here because we're gonna follow this pattern around. We can actually pick up all of this. It doesn't matter because we're going to follow this pattern around all the way and make, oops, well, we lost that one. It happens. Sometimes you lose some frames. Let's pick that one up and then go all the way around here, pick that up, and then actually those end up staying, so we'll need a row there. So then what happens is this is 3 high, so they should not be able to jump it. This is going to be our base layer here that goes all out all over the place, and this is the layer that they will be walking on, and then they'll come over here or wherever, and they will try to jump up, and they won't be able to jump up, and they'll keep sliding down. Now, the cool part is we come up here to the top. Let's jump up here. So this is going to be our top layer. All the way around will look similar to, well, not similar, will look exactly like this. So we will have these going all the way around the top layer like so. And then what we're going to do is grab the half block shape. So this here, and we place this like that. Okay, so then we take the other one and we place it on top. So we place it like this, but what we do is we flip it upside down. So we go to the advanced, and we just keep doing that until we end up with that. So what this does is it creates a floating base because it thinks that there's a block here, because these, even though we see them as half blocks, they're actually whole blocks. The game sees them as whole blocks. So it creates a floating structure, and we should still have support. And then what we'll do is we'll take those all the way around the perimeter, and we will take these all the way around the perimeter, and then we'll fill them in. We'll leave the center hollow because we're going to have a ladder from the middle there all the way up, and then that'll allow us to get into the horde base, which will be on this top layer up here. So that will be how far up we will be. And then what I want to do is, since it extends out a little bit, we should be able to extend it out just a little bit more. So we should be able to go out one more than what we are here, just so there's like a little lip over the side. I hope all of this makes sense, because I'm going to build it off camera because it's going to take me a while. So I'll show you here. So we'll build that like that, and then we can stand out over top of it. So as they are jumping, so if we bring that, let me build that over here so you can better see what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. See how that sticks out over the side? And then we can shoot directly down over top of the zombies as they're all like, nah, I'm going to eat you. And they're jumping like this. And then we'll have bars going all the way around this position right here, so we can shoot directly down on top of them. That's the game plan. I don't know how well it's going to work. We're going to give it a shot. If it fails, what I'm going to do, and my plan is over there at the church, I'm going to clear that out and make that a backup horde base area. I don't know how I'm going to configure it yet, but we have a nice solid wall here. If we take a whack at it, we should be able to see it's got the 1,200 HP, so we'll just go ahead and repair that back. That's a pretty solid wall to have all the way around like that. And I'm not even sure where the entrance of this is, but what we can do is pretty easily, so our entrance is over here, we can pretty easily turn this into a secondary horde base, the church itself. We go in there. I don't even know if there's any zombies. I don't think I've cleared this out yet, but we can come in here, and up here on these rafters and stuff, we can make that like our bug out place, just in case things get a little hairy and for some reason our base over here cannot handle the situation. But I think this should. This is a combination of, and I'm going to give him a shout out because he gave me all of these ideas. 𝐴𝐿, I guess that's how you, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Forgive me, Jay, if you ever see this for any reason and I mispronounced your name. He has a ton of really crazy base ideas, and a lot of these ideas that I'm putting into this are single base ideas, and I'm just combining them all into one to make just an absolutely insane base. I just heard a strange noise. Anyway, I don't know if it was IRL or if it was in game, but it had me scared for a second. So like the floating base idea, that combined with the pyramid shape, what should happen is they should just come over here and continuously jump. They should just constantly jump at the pyramid, trying to get in, and constantly slide back down. I think 3 is high enough to be okay. It should be. I may even bring these back one more so that it starts here and then overhangs a little bit more, just so that there's a bit more, so it'll look, oops, lost another frame. Good thing they're cheap. What I may do is bring it back to here and do something like that, and then have the iron bars going over this way, have them out to here. This way it's more of a slope, but then again, we would have to maybe finish that with an additional slope. I don't know. I got to build at least this part here this slope here to decide on how I want the finished base. Maybe kite a few zombies over to see how far they should only be able to jump to about here and then slide back down. I don't think they'll be able to jump all the way to the top. And if we have this here, they might just hit it and bounce back down. Gonna need to do a little further testing, but that's the general idea there. So I know I just did a lot of talking, but we're gonna go down in here to the base. I actually want to get a little more accomplished here on the camera besides just me running my mouth. So what we're gonna do, we need to clear a bunch of this stuff out. So I emptied that. I don't need that anymore. These chairs, we can pick those up. The table, I'm actually going to clear out the table as well. And that, I think that can also go. I kind of like the counters and stuff, so I want to leave like the kitchen area there. And this has been cleared out. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of this stuff yet, but I just want to clear out the initial trash here. I actually missed the trash can. Okay, the trash can has nothing. So we can clear out the trash can. Bathroom, I think I'm just going to leave it for now. This is going to be our main work area. These beds need to go. We're going to use the wrench on those so that I can get springs and other goodies from them. Yeah, give me all of your springs. Okay, that's nice there. So we're going to clear those out. I think I want to leave the lockers just because I like the aesthetic look of them. This one we can actually use. I think once we place a claim block down, we won't have to worry. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I haven't placed my claim block yet, but once I place my claim block, can I use these for storage without worrying about them resetting? Or is there something I need to do? Because all of this should be, if I put the claim block right here, which is my plan, all of this should be encompassed by the claim block. That's the game plan. Zombies don't spawn in here anyway, but I'm doing it just to keep them from spawning up top and so that we can pick up crafting stations and all that. I already made another forge and placed it down. I had to do that in order to get the iron frame blocks, but if you know already, let me know down there in the comments if I can actually use these storage boxes, because we have the gun safe too, which is massive storage that we can use, and this box here, which we can use as storage as well. So I need to know if I can use those without worrying about those respawning. And I love that we have natural lighting in here already, so like it just comes with lighting, so it's all relatively well lit, and I don't have to worry about lighting the place up, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so one other thing I want to do here is I want to go through and we're actually going to convert these back to this block here. And we're just going to start filling this in because I don't want to have to worry about zombies. I'm not coming through this way. I'm not going to use this ever. It's not even for a bug out option. If things get crazy during a horde night, we're going to run from the top of our fort there. So I just want to make sure that zombies don't think that this is a legit path ever. So once we fill this in, they should not. And I'm not even sure I'm going to fill it in all the way. Filling it in, just I think one more row should be more than enough. I don't think they'll dig through all of that. And we're going to have that covered as well above with the flagstone. So we should be good to go. Okay, that should be more than enough to make them think that that's not a legit area to come down, I would think. What I also want to do is I want to make some doors there. I want to put a door here. You know, I think I'm going to door these off as well, just in case they ever, for any reason, dig in here. This is pretty solid stuff. Take a look there. 2,500. That's pretty solid. I need cement to actually repair it. That's some tough blocks for them to get through. Now, I know if I was to stay down here during a horde night, I actually saw somebody try to stay down here during a horde night. I know that they'll eventually dig in here and we will be screwed. So I don't ever plan on staying in this area for horde night. I just am worried just in case a zombie manages to dig down and I don't hear it for any reason. But I love the look of the area and I think we're pretty good there. This, we want to place down the rest of our things here. I actually have them set up. So let's go ahead and get our work area. No, I want it down here. Our work area figured out here. We have our campfire as well. I do not need 17 pots. No, that can go there too. I like all of my workstations in one area. It just makes life a heck of a lot easier. So the campfire can go Actually, I think the campfire can go right there in the corner like that. That works great there. We can actually block in that because this isn't usable. This one isn't. So we can block that in with the workbench. And then I think the chem station can go over here and block that in. All right, I'm loving the look of the base. We're looking pretty good here. And I think that's it for this episode. So what I will do is, because it's just going to be boring to watch and very, very, very time consuming because I struggle so much. So we'll have this empty like this. This is going to, what you see here, this space in here is going to stay in here. And then we'll have a ladder to get rest of the way out. And then I will build this monstrosity off camera. And when we come back, I'll have most of this laid out and we'll see what other shenanigans we can get into. It may be Horde Day and we may just come back straight to a Horde with the new base. We'll see how long it takes me to build it. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy and you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and share your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.